Okay. So for translational system, then so we have the force equation, that is F equal to m into d square x by dt square plus b into dx by dt plus k into x. Okay. So the meanings of the terms are: F represents the applied force to the system, x is the displacement, and then m represents mass, b is the friction, and k is the spring constant. Okay. So this equation is known as the force equation. Okay. Similarly, in case of rotational systems, you are writing the torque equation, that is T equal to, now the J represents the disk which is under rotation, d square theta by dt square. So where theta represents the angular displacement, plus b into d theta by dt plus k into theta. So this equation is now known as torque equation. Okay. So now these are the equations written for the translational and rotational system having a single mass or the disk, and then one frictional constant and one spring constant. Okay. So now up to this is related to the basic mechanical systems. So now in order to draw some analogy with the electrical systems, so let us begin with the basic elements involved in an electrical system. So we know that they are capacitor, resistor, and the inductor. Okay. So therefore, let us first consider a series LCR circuit and write a similar kind of equations for that circuit. Okay. So in electrical system, so first we are considering series LCR circuit. Series LCR circuit. So you can write a simple circuit diagram. So I'm writing a capacitor here at the, okay. So E represents the input voltage or voltage source, it is voltage source. So here we have L, R, and the C component, and it is a single loop circuit with a current I. So EC represents the voltage drop across the capacitor. So here E represents the voltage source. So a simple series circuit. Now using KVL, so we can write the system equation as L into di by dt plus R into I plus 1 by C into integral of I into dt is equal to E. Okay, so using KVL equation, you can write the loop equation for this single series LCR circuit. So take it as equation 1. And also this 1 by C into integral I into dt. Okay, so this is going to represent E naught. That is output voltage E naught across the capacitor. So take it as equation 2. Now in the above equations, okay, so inductors and capacitors, that is L and C, they represents the storage elements, whereas R represents the dissipative element. So similarly, even in case of mechanical systems also, we have identified the mass and spring as a storage element and that damper as the dissipative element. So in electrical circuit, L and C are the storage and the resistor R represents the dissipative part. Now with this, it is possible to now write some equivalent expressions. So we know that the electric charge Q is given by integral of I into dt, or I is nothing but dq by dt. I is equal to dq by dt. Okay. So now this is an important expression which has to be substituted in equation 1. Okay. So therefore now by substituting I equal to dq by dt in equation 1, we can rewrite equation 1 as like this. So what we have actually L into di by dt plus R into I plus 1 by C integral of I into dt is equal to E. This is what is our basic equation. Okay. So now we are replacing the I term. I is nothing but dq by dt. So by substituting that, this equation becomes now d by dt of I is dq by dt plus R into I is dq by dt plus 1 by C into so integral of okay, I into dt is nothing but q itself. Okay, because integral of I into dt itself is q. So this will be equal to E, or you can further write the complete equation simplified d square q by dt square plus R into dq by dt plus 1 by C into q is equal to E. Okay. So now this is an important equation. Let us call it as equation 3. Okay. So now I am going to compare this equation with the two mechanical system equations. Now for translational system, what we have? Force equation. Okay. And for rotational system, we have the torque equation. So therefore I am going to compare equation 3 with force equation as well as the torque equation. Okay. So by comparison, it is possible to now write like this. Okay. So for this electrical system, what we have actually derived, this E is equal to L into d square q by dt square plus R into dq by dt plus 1 by C into q. Okay, so this is what is our electrical series RLC circuit equation. Now the force equation for translation system was F equal to m into d square x by dt square plus b into dx by dt plus k into x. Okay. Similarly, for rotational system, we have written a torque equation T equal to d square theta by dt square plus b into d theta by dt plus k into theta. So now by comparing these three equations, okay, so they look similar. They are in identical form. Okay, so they are identical. Okay, because in case of mechanical systems we have force and torque. In case of electrical system we have the voltage source. Okay, so in case of mechanical systems, force is going to drive the remaining elements here. In case of electrical system, voltage source is going to do the same work. In case of mechanical system, the mass and this what spring act like storage elements. In case of electrical system, the inductor and the capacitor act as storage elements. So in mechanical systems, the friction represents the dissipative part, whereas in case of electrical system, resistor is a dissipative element. So therefore there is a one-to-one okay similarity between these three equations. Okay, so the three equations are of identical form. Okay? So therefore such systems whose differential equations are of identical form are known as analogous systems. Okay, what are analogous systems? Systems differential equations whose differential equations are of identical form are called analogous systems. Analogous systems. So this word is important, analogous. Okay, so therefore in that sense these three are analogous to each other. Electrical system, translational system, rotational system are analogous to each other because E is analogous to F, F is analogous to T. Similarly, L is analogous to mass and the moment of inertia. Resistor is analogous to the frictions in these two systems. Similarly, the capacitor is analogous to the spring constants in the mechanical systems. Okay, so therefore, with the series RLC circuit, okay, it is possible to derive analogous systems which are known as force voltage analogous system and torque voltage analogous systems. Okay, so therefore now we can write a, a table, okay, so which represents the summary for these three systems, and it is like this. Okay, so we can now write analogous quantities. Analogous quantities in force voltage or torque voltage analogy. Okay, so if it is a translation system, it becomes force voltage analogy. If it is a rotational system, it becomes the torque voltage analogy. So therefore now we can write a table with the three columns. In that first column, it will be mechanical translational system. Next, we have mechanical rotational system, and then electrical system. Okay, so therefore in mechanical translation system, what we have, the first quantity, that is force F. Similarly, in case of rotational, we have torque T, whereas in electrical system we have voltage E, or you can also use capital V also. Next, what we have in translation system, mass M. So here we have inertia element, it is moment of inertia J. But now in case of electrical system, this is equal to inductance L. Inductance L. Okay. Similarly, we have the friction B. Similarly, here also we have the friction element B, whereas the same friction effect is given by resistor in case of electrical systems. Okay, because in mechanical systems, friction is going to oppose movement. In case of electrical systems, resistance is going to oppose the flow of current. Okay, so thereby the friction is analogous to the resistance. Okay, so next we have the spring stiffness K in case of translational as well as rotational. Here also we have the spring element K, but whereas the same spring effect is now represented by reciprocal of the capacitance. Okay, so reciprocal of capacitance, which is nothing but 1 by C. In electrical system it will be 1 by C. So this is, we are writing this by comparing the three equations. Now because of the applied force, so here we observe displacement x, whereas in rotational we observe angular displacement theta. But here, because of the applied voltage V, we observe charge Q. Charge Q is going to result. Okay. Similarly, in case of translational, we have velocity dx by dt, and rotational we have angular velocity. We have angular velocity omega, which is nothing but d theta by dt. But whereas in electrical system, this is represented by current I. Okay, so therefore these are the analogous quantities in case of translational, rotational, and electrical systems. So whatever the function done by force and torque, it will be done by voltage source in case of electrical systems. Then the role played by mass and inertia will be now played by inductance L. Similarly, friction is now represented by resistance in electrical systems. Similarly, springing effect is represented by the capacitance in case of electrical systems. Okay, so because of the applied force, if mass gets displaced or the moment of inertia gets displaced, in case of electrical systems, because of the applied voltage V, the charges Q are going to be generated. Okay. Similarly, because of the displacement, the mass or the inertia gets velocity, but here due to movement of charges, we get the current I. This is what is one-to-one analogy between mechanical systems with the electrical systems. So therefore, now the analogous quantities are represented like this. So the force is analogous to voltage. Then mass is analogous to what? Inductance L. The K is analogous to 1 by C. Then the friction is analogous to resistance R. Then displacement X is analogous to charge Q. And the velocity dx by dt is analogous to current I. So these are the important relations. Similarly, we can write this even for the torque also. Okay, so torque voltage analogy. So this is called as what? Force voltage analogy or FV analogy. Okay, when we write for the torque systems, that is rotational systems, torque is analogous to voltage. Then J is analogous to L. Then K, that is torsional spring, K is analogous to 1 by C. Friction B is analogous to resistance R. Then in place of X, what we have in rotational systems? Theta. Okay, angular displacement theta is analogous to the charge Q. And similarly here, this d theta by dt is analogous to current I. Okay, so this analogy is known as torque voltage analogy. Torque voltage analogy. Okay, and that is clear from these equations also. So F is equal to what? M into d square x by dt square. Okay, so plus here what we write? T is equal to J into d square theta by dt square. In case of electrical systems, we write E is equal to in case of electrical systems, what we have? L into d square q by dt square as the first element. So here itself you can compare. Okay, FTE, this is equal to what? There is an analogy between M and J, then J and L. Okay. Similarly, X theta Q. That's why X theta Q are analogous to each other. Next term what we have? B here. B into dx by dt. Here we have B into d theta by dt. Plus here we have R into d q by dt. R into dq by dt. So therefore, these two frictions are analogous with the resistance. You can just compare how identical are they. Okay. So x theta q. So x theta q are nothing but analogous. Last component is k into x, k into theta. But here what it is? In case of electrical system, it is 1 by C into Q. Okay, so therefore, here that's why written K is analogous to 1 by C, K is analogous to 1 by C in both translational as well as rotational. Okay, so then theta and X are analogous to charge Q. So that's why here we have written theta Q X Q. Okay, so charge will be analogous to both X and theta. One is linear displacement, the other one is angular displacement. Okay, so this is what is the summary for the uh, translational system, rotational system, and electrical systems. Okay, so and this is known as force voltage analogy and torque voltage analogy. So similar to this, we can write one more circuit, that is parallel RLC circuit. Okay, so we have a consider a parallel LCR circuit. In electrical systems only, we have parallel LCR circuit. Parallel LCR circuit. Okay, so the circuit is written like this. We have L, R, and C. L, R, and C. This is the current source. We have L, R, and C. This is the voltage across the capacitor. Minus. Okay. Now, as it's a parallel circuit, this will be analyzed by KCL. Okay, so we need to use the KCL. Kirchhoff current law. It is possible to write the applied current I or the input current I is equal to C into dE by dt plus 1 by L into integral E into dt plus what is that? 1 by R into E. 1 by R into E. So consider this as equation 1. Okay. So now here also just we have just similar to the previous circuit, it is possible to replace one term. What is that term? We know that the magnetic flux linkage phi is given by integral of E into dt. Okay. So therefore, using this, we can write this d phi by dt is equal to E. Okay, so therefore wherever E we have in the equation 1, that E can be now replaced by d phi by dt. Okay, so therefore replacing E by d phi by dt, equation 1 can be rewritten as I equal to C into d by dt. Now what is E? E is nothing but d phi by dt. So d phi by dt plus 1 by L into integral of E into dt is nothing but phi only. Okay, so therefore phi plus 1 by R into E is nothing but this E. E is nothing but d phi by dt. D phi by dt. Okay, so therefore we will simply rearrange the terms. Rearranging the terms, we get the equation like this. Okay, so therefore I is nothing but C into d square phi by dt square plus 1 by R into d phi by dt in the descending order of the uh, term I'm writing into 1 by L into phi. This is our equation 2. Okay, now from where we have derived? From the parallel LCR circuit, where the source is a current source. Okay, so now again we will try to find one more analogy with the force and the torque equations. So we know that the force equation is given by force is equal to m into d square x by dt square plus b into dx by dt plus k into x. Write it as 3. And the torque equation is T is equal to J into d square theta by dt square plus b into d theta by dt plus k into theta. Equation 4. Now again we have arrived at some kind of identical set of equations. isn't it? So again 2, 3, 4 are identical. Again 2, 3, 4 are identical. So now you can see I is identical to f is identical to j. That is whatever the function done by f and t in case of mechanical systems, the same work will be done by current source in case of electrical systems. Similarly, we can say that there is a one-to-one similarity between all the terms. All the terms. So therefore, by comparing equation 2, 3 and 4, it is possible to write. Okay, it is possible to write force current analogy as an torque current analogy. Torque current analogy. So analogous means what? Identical terms, identical equations, that represents analogy. So here again there is an analogy present between 2, 3 and 4. Okay, so therefore by comparing we can write now two more analogies. What are those? One is force current analogy and other one is torque current analogy. Okay, so therefore now again we can prepare one more table just similar to the previous one. Okay, so again I am writing the analogous quantities, okay, in force current or torque current analogy. Analogous quantities in force current or torque current analogy. Okay, so what is the first column? Here again it is mechanical translational system. So here again it is mechanical rotational system, and then last we have electrical system. So again I am writing the force F is analogous to torque T. Now as it is electrical system, LCR parallel circuit, now it is analogous to current I because current source I is the input here. Next what we have, mass and J in mechanical systems, but now it is capacitance. It is capacitance C. Okay, so then we have the friction constant B in both the cases, but in case of electrical systems it is reciprocal of resistance, that is 1 by R. 1 by R. Next what we have, spring in both the cases, but now it will be reciprocal of inductance, that is 1 by L. Then next what we have is displacement x, here angular displacement theta, but now this is represented by the flux linkage phi. Okay, so here we have the velocity, that is dx by dt. In this we have angular velocity d theta by dt. Here what should be? It is voltage E. This is represented by the voltage E. Okay, so now these are the analogous quantities in case of force current and uh, torque current equations. Okay, because voltage E will be equal to what? D phi by dt. That's why it will be analogous to dx by dt and d theta by dt. Okay, so finally we are going to represent uh, the analogous quantities in Fi and Fv analogies. Okay, so therefore in force current bar torque current analogy, so we can write that force is analogous to current I, mass is analogous to capacitance C, friction is analogous to 1 by R, spring is analogous to 1 by L, and x is analogous to 5. X is analogous to 5, and uh, similarly in case of okay, and one more we have, what is that, dx by dt, that is velocity, so that will be analogous to emf e. Okay, so similarly it is possible to even write for the torque system also, just only force will be replaced by torque, that's all. Okay, so here also, here we have j is analogous to c. Similarly b will be analogous to 1 by r, k will be analogous to 1 by l, and so here we have theta, instead of x we have theta will be analogous to 5, and d theta by dt will be analogous to e. Okay, so this is the force current or torque current analogy. Okay, so therefore just to uh, recall just to recall we have, what is our basic equation, current equation, I is equal to c into d square 5 by dt square, okay, plus 1 by r into d5 by dt plus 1 by l into 5, 1 by l into 5. Okay, but in case of force, what we have, m into d square x by dt square, plus b into dx by dt plus k into x. Similarly, torque j into d square theta by dt square plus b into d theta by dt plus k into theta. Okay, so now when we have these three equations together, easily you can compare this. So you just compare now. Ft are analogous to I, mj analogous to c, and next what we have, b, friction b is analogous to 1 by r, that's why here we have listed. Similarly, the springs are analogous to 1 by l, see here k is analogous to 1 by l. Other than that, what we have, x and theta are analogous to 5, x and theta are analogous to 5, and so dx by dt, d theta by dt, okay, so they are analogous to d5 by dt, which is nothing but e equal to d5 by dt, because e is equal to d5 by dt, that's why they are analogous. Okay, so therefore whenever you are developing the analogous systems, then we need this comparison, or this table is most helpful in developing analogous systems. Okay, so therefore in the next session we are going to see how to write an electrical analogous systems whenever mechanical translational or mechanical rotational systems are given using these two analogies.